So what I'm going to do, my name's Declan Clausen, and I'm just your MC this afternoon. And what I'm going to do is to invite each candidate in turn to come up, say a few brief words if they want to about their feelings about this, and then sign this commitment. And I'll just quickly read that out so we all know where we are. So I, candidate for Newcastle City Council Ward 3, and you know the by-election's coming up a week tomorrow, indicate my support for Newcastle Art Gallery, Newcastle Museum and the Civic Theatre, and if elected, I undertake to support our art gallery and museum, their collections, exhibitions and public programs, actively seek funding for the extension of the art gallery building from all levels of government and the private sector, and publicly recognise that our cultural institutions, the Newcastle Art Gallery, the museum and the Civic Theatre, are all fundamentally important to the revitalisation of Newcastle. And as the future councillor, commit to doing everything in my power to support them. I'm willing to cooperate in a non-partisan way in any activity to fulfil these objectives. So this is what we hope all our candidates here today will be signing. And I invite Declan Clausen first up from the Labour Party to he can say a few words.
I'll sign first. So it's a real privilege for me to be able to stand here today and sign this this statement. Labor's got a pretty strong position on this issue. It was only a couple of months ago that I was standing in the audience and was really proud to stand and watch Therese and Newcastle as the Lord Mayoral candidates at the time sign this pledge. Since then, a lot has happened for the gallery. We've certainly, in the first meeting of the council after Newcastle was elected as Lord Mayor, we saw our position change on this issue. We saw the council go from a position of rejecting development, and we saw the concerning trends that we saw under the McCoy-led Conservative Council reversed. And we now have a council that's really supportive of the art gallery redevelopment and is getting things back on track. If elected, I'm going to stand very proudly with the Labor team in ensuring that this development goes ahead. It's a really important piece of infrastructure for our community. Newcastle has a lot of artists. It's boasts, as you all know, the largest number of artists per capita of any city in the country, which is something that we should be very proud in embracing. It's a great opportunity to celebrate the amazing works of art that Newcastle owns. We've got almost $80 million worth of art assets, and we need a new facility to be able to show them off. Newcastle has a world-class city. We've got world-class artists, and we deserve a world-class facility to demonstrate some of that amazing artistic talent, and that's why I'm proud to sign the pledge today. Thank you.
Arjay Martin.
Can other people go first?
Why? Any particular reason? Allan Warren. Allan is standing as an independent candidate.
Sure.
I'll keep mine a bit brief with Declan. Just thank you for giving me the opportunity to sign this. But I think it's very important that Newcastle, as a city, has a great art centre and a cultural centre, a cultural program for our children in our future. I think it's important that we express to everybody that Newcastle is open for business. We're not a town, we are a city, and we do have international facilities that can carry a city standard. So thank you. And
and now Navenka Bareham, who is standing on behalf of the Greens Party, or for the Greens Party. Okay, look, on behalf of the Greens, what we offer, and this is one of the things that we do offer, so we really need to look after it. I'm very disappointed to see all the toing and froing with the different government offering money, taking it away. We don't know what we're going with. We've lost the council funds that put aside for this have been taken as well. So I think that we really need to work hard, and I will work hard to get that money back and work with the state and the federal to get their support as well, so we can have a bigger and better art gallery. Thank you. Kath Elliott is a candidate for Ward 3 as an independent.
Thanks very much. I'm a great supporter of the Art Gallery, as Cathy knows, I've been for many years, and spent many very happy times here. Also at the City Theatre and the Museum. It's not just the Art Gallery today, but the other cultural institutions, and I've been a great supporter of these fabulous facilities. One of the things about being an independent is that you can make decisions based on the issues, and I wouldn't need to have been asked to sign this because I love the gallery so much. And I'm really pleased to be here. But it's been passed around like a political football from one major party to the other, and that has to stop. Just because one party supports something doesn't mean the other party should tear it down, and vice versa. And being an independent, I'll be able to make decisions on issues as they come before me. I'd also like to make this pledge that not only will I sign this today, but I will make, if I'm elected, I will make it my business to put a notice of motion in council that I need a delegation to go to the New South Wales Government and the federal government and to fight for the federal government money back and fight for the money from the port sale to go to these facilities, particularly the art gallery. And I think I have a good chance of that because I'm not party political. How much chance do you think a party who tears the other one to pieces has of securing an appointment, let alone funding? That's why I'm independent, because I want to fight for the community and I don't want to fight based on party lines. And this gallery is a prized piece of community infrastructure. It has been for so many years. And not just this, but the library. You know, who can forget when you walk into the library to see that sign that says, in minds ennobled here, the noble dead shall live. People had vision back then, and we need to have vision now. But we need to also be very sensible about where we get the money from. And the state government and the federal government, we need to put pressure on. And I'm committed to doing this.
Thanks very much, Kath. And okay, Martin, standing as an independent.
So I'm the one candidate who is not signing a pledge today. I am in favour of arts and culture centres, etc. But at this stage, the council has a lack of funds. They've just voted for, 50% basically rate rise, and at the same time they're spending. So there's Cathy and John sent to me the art collection in this art gallery is worth about $90 million. Perhaps some of that should be sold to fund.
If you had had the conversation with me, I could have explained to you how that is not possible. Most of that artwork has been donated specifically for the city. It is not donated for sale.
Yet, if the council goes broke and
Council's not
exaggerating, they've got a massive backlog of infrastructure that they
Again.
haven't taken care of. There's massive holes forming in roads out in front of the public schools. We need to take care of the basics before we worry about other priorities. Both council and both elected and non-elected officials need to learn the difference between a want and a need. We have to take care of the needs before we take care of the wants.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much everyone for coming and saying those words and for signing the pledge. Our work here is done. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Well, we've got them.
I'm just pleased to hear Cathy Tate that when she gets into council, if that she will continue
No, you're not listening,
it's
mate.
come from.
You're not
Yeah,
listening.
where does the federal government get their money from?
It's, mate.
Taxpayers.
Just a minute, this
Mate,
money
you're,
is.
You're talking council now. No, you're,
No, but-
The plans are ready to go and they're paid for,
They're all
right?
paid for. Paid for.
Ready to go. Tomorrow.
Not by
It's
council.
not paid for.
It is paid for.
The plans are
Paid
for,
for.
my dear.
And they're finished. Apart from what Mr.
Yeah, but-
McCloy said, there were no plans ready to go. That's rubbish.
Always ready to
They're
go.
finished.
Yeah.
They've been modified.
So the plans are in place.
Your information straight
Your
and
local
not from
council.
me.
It didn't cost this, the ratepayers of this city, one razoo.
So is Newcastle City Council tax haven where no one pays income tax, GST, excise tax. Therefore, it came from the people.
Rubbish.
That
money is paid for.
The federal government gave the largest grant to any regional gallery in Australia, $7 million.
I understand
This
that.
council accepts.
I understand
You don't
that.
understand it.
I do, but the federal government receives the money from the taxpayer, and therefore it's costing people money. We have giant holes in the road.
Oh, look,
Cars can fall down.
listen,
I don't want to talk about roads.
you're not here to talk about roads. You're here to talk about the cultural centre of the city. Now, you've got it wrong on about every word you've been speaking this
So,
afternoon.
just hypothetically, if we double the size of the library, where's everyone going to park?
Yes, they are.
They can't even.
So now we're on to
I know.
parking.
It's the footprint won't change, mate.
But the people to get
The
here,
footprint won't
So
change.
you're admitting that more people will come,
More people will come.
and they will.
not if
Have-
they've
have
got
you-
nowhere
have
to
you done-
park and
have
they
you done-
can't catch a train into
Have you
town.
done your research?
different
That's a different. You talk to us about that. This is nothing to do with that. Okay.
But it
Have
is,
done
you
your
need the
research?
customers.
Have you done your research?
Or how much research? I've read what I was provided.
From the Herald.
I think you've read Jason Herald, really.
And what's wrong with Jason?
Well, he just doesn't get the facts. He's a bit like you today.
There's a lot of inaccuracies.
So, has he ever been sued for defamation or whatever if not getting the facts? He was employed for a reason.
You wait till you get here today.
So frequently.
That's fine.